Hey, and welcome to today's 3x3. This is 3 topics in 3 minutes where we're going through one topic in 1 minute each. So we'll go ahead and go through this. And today's topic is on presenting confidently to leadership. Let's go ahead and dive right in here. So I'll flip it to you, Peter, first. What would you say is common things that people should start with when presenting to leadership? Some good things to come to the meeting first.
I always say start with the bottom up, which means the most important point first. Don't beat around the bush. Don't flesh out your ideas first and then do the conclusion at the end. You're going to lose them. You're going to waste their time. Most importantly, they're going to think you're wasting their time. So it's really good to start with the bottom up. A lot of times my clients start with an executive summary where they start a presentation and the first slide is like an executive summary with 3 bullet points about what are the decisions that we need to be making. And then, of course, the rest of the presentation is fleshed out. Sometimes you don't even get to the rest of the presentation. And at that time, if you start with the bottom up, then you're in good place.
That's great. Start with the bottom up. I love that. The executive summary there first. That way they know what they're getting themselves into. Terrific, Peter. All right, we'll go ahead and flip this now. Rahul, to you, what would you say your top couple things are that people should go into the meeting with?
So another one is to be more evidence heavy rather than be doing too much storytelling. So in an executive presentation, you have to be aware of the fact that they're looking at key business outcomes, key business objectives, and having those metrics and data to back that up is going to be more important than adding stories that go on for too long or going into long things about what the team did. That's not going to be as relevant, and it's probably going to lose their attention. So instead, you want to have concise, pointed stories whenever you use them, here and there, maybe about what a customer said or what a team member did in this last meeting or something like that. That's very pointed, very concise. So overall, you want to stay more on the evidence side.
That's great. Well, staying more on the evidence side, not getting carried away by stories, and if you do tell a story, keep it concise. All right, so let's go through the final point here now, which is going to be controlling nervousness. So controlling nervousness, this is something where everyone struggles with, and it's the biggest point coming in. So we'll go through a lightning round here. Controlling nervousness, we'll go through, just list off things, explain why, and then we'll flip it to the other person, list off, explain why, and we'll go back and forth. I will flip it to you, Peter, first. Go ahead and give a tip for reducing nervousness and why it works.
I would say pretend you're the CEO. When you're talking to executives, pretend you're the CEO and talk with absolute certainty. I tell my clients to practice doing this with their hand as they're speaking in private, not in front of the executives, just to train themselves to speak with downward intonation, which is a commanding intonation. And
Perfect.
that's going to help you build your confidence.
I love it. I love it. Rahul, take it away.
And yeah, another one is going to be focusing on your breathing in the beginning of the presentation. So if you're noticing that you are not speaking, you're speaking faster or you're not projecting enough, it's usually because you're breathing up here in the middle of the presentation or in the very beginning. And if you're noticing, oh my God, already I'm going a million miles an hour, before the presentation even starts, notice where your breathing is coming from. Guaranteed, if you're nervous, it's probably coming from up here. And that's not a place of confidence. I'm speaking down here, breathing from here. It's so crucial.
Absolutely. Awesome. Well, thanks for going through that, guys. There it is. Today's 3x3 on presenting confidently to leadership. If you want to get more information on this topic, be sure to check out the longer form version podcast where we go for about 30 minutes covering all of this in depth. Be sure to subscribe, like this video. We'll see you soon.